This is Dr. David Schein, and welcome to Business Law 101. Now, as we wrap up this chapter, they move to talking about equitable remedies. Remember back to Module 1, we divided remedies into legal remedies, and legal remedies are generally cash, and equitable remedies, which are an order of the court to do or not do something. Now, in Old England, you had to pick your court. You had to either go to a court of law or a court of equity. In the United States, we have across the board merged those courts. So you can go to a judge and say, I want money and I want an injunction. But that's because we have merged law and equity for virtually all purposes. But just so you're aware that there are two different concepts at work here. So one of the most common ones in equitable remedies is specific performance. And this is usually for something unique, antiques, you know, a very famous Van Gogh painting, you've negotiated for it. And then you go to pick up the painting and they say, tough luck. We sold it to another investor. And the answer is, you know, there's only one of those Van Goghs in the world. We made a deal. We get it, not the other guy. So that's specific performance. And again, it applies to unique things and it applies to real estate. The reason it applies to real estate is because there is a legal concept that says in the whole world, every chunk of real estate is unique. So if you had a deal to buy one tract home, even if the one next door is identical, and the builder says, look, I'm sorry, I sold tract number 1, but I'm going to sell you tract number 2. You still have a right, if you had a firm contract, to say, no, I want tract number 1 because that is the one that you said to me, and I'm entitled to the specific performance for that. So it doesn't happen very often, but it happens more in real estate and again with antiques and things like that. Rescission, we mentioned a few minutes ago, is where somebody gets ready to do a deal, but the deal doesn't happen. They try and put the people back in the same status they would have been had they not prepared for the contract. And then restitution is a very similar situation where you've had out-of-pocket expenses and the courts will say you need to make these people whole for losses that they incurred. This is Dr. David D. Schein for Business Law 101. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform.